Gong, also known as Bao Zhang, was not only a famous official during the Northern Song Dynasty, but also an eternal symbol of justice and integrity in the hearts of the people. His name with the nickname Bao Qingtian is associated with legends of courage and righteousness. But behind that halo is a life full of ups and downs. Unsolved mysteries about his career, sudden death, and secrets buried with time. Bao Gong is not only a historical figure, but also a timeless legend, inviting us to explore and learn about the person, his journey and legacy. Bao Zhang was born in Hefei, Luzhou, now Hefei City, Anhui Province, China. He grew up in a family with a tradition of scholarly pursuit. From a young age, the boy Bao Zhang was certainly educated in Confucian ideology, with filial piety as a core value formed early. In 1027, at the age of 28, Bao Zhang passed the imperial exam, a remarkable achievement in the feudal society at that time, where education and examinations were the only path to advancement for those not of noble descent. He was appointed as the magistrate of Jianchang County, now in Jiangxi Province. However, instead of taking office immediately, the ambitious young man at that time decided to stay in his hometown to care for his elderly parents. A rare action, demonstrating the priority of family over personal fame. Only after both parents passed away did he officially begin his official career at the age of 38, much later than his contemporaries. After completing the morning, Bao Zhang started his career as the magistrate of Tianchang County. From here, he went through a long journey, with many different positions. From prefect of Guangzhou, Yingzhou, Yangzhou, Luzhou, Zhuzhou, to prefect of Jiangning. Every place he went left a mark of integrity and management talent. Finally, the official surname Bao was summoned to serve as the prefect of Kaifeng, an important position, managing public security and law enforcement of the capital Binliang, the political center of the Northern Song Dynasty. This period, though lasting only about a year, helped Bao Zhang be remembered in the hearts of the people as a model official forever after. Bao Zhang's career reached its peak when he was appointed as the Deputy Military Commissioner in 1061, before the incident equivalent to the position and the highest authority of the court. This is a well-deserved reward for the tireless contributions of Lord Bao. But it was also the final moment in his official career, before he passed away just 1 year later, although only reaching the second rank, not the first rank as many had expected. This incorruptible official was still respected by everyone, due to his integrity and outstanding talent. From Bao Gong's official journey, the stories recorded in history almost reveal a clear difference compared to his image in novels and folk legends. Although a real historical figure, the image of Bao Zhang in novels and film is constructed with many fictional details. In artistic works, this high official often appears with 3 blades, dragon, symbolizing the power to judge, from royalty to commoners. Execute first, report later, allowing Bao Zhang to behead first, without needing court permission. However, official history does not record any evidence of these things. In the Chinese feudal system, administrative power belonged to the high level. It was not carried out directly by a prefect like Bao Zhang. The famous cases mentioned in classic film are also just products of literature and art. In the story of beheading Bao Mian, Bao Zhang is described as an uncle who once beheaded his own nephew for committing, but the Bao family genealogy shows he was an only child, with no siblings or nephews named Bao. Similarly, the case of Chen Shimei. In Chinese official historical records, this character lived during the Qing Dynasty, meaning he was about 600 years apart. As for beheading Bao Man, researchers believe that modern authors drew inspiration from the character Zhang Yaozhou. Additionally, other documents also confirm. In reality, he was a capable official who once held the position of military affairs and was highly respected by the capital's residents. From Bao Zhang's dedicated official career, we see that he not only left a mark in history, but also created an inspiring figure. So how is the image of Bao Qingtian built and honored? In art and legends? When mentioning Bao Gong, Most people imagine a person with a pitch-black face and crescent, a familiar image in films, Peking opera, and traditional theater. However, this is not the true appearance of this upright official. According to historical records, Bao Zhang was a fair-skinned person with a scholarly demeanor, far different from the legendary portrayal. So why is he depicted with a black face and a crescent moon? This portrayal originated from Peking and traditional theater, traditional art forms of China. In performances, facial colors carry deep symbolic meaning. A white face represents a cunning villain. A red face symbolizes loyalty and courage. A black face is the image of solemnity and impartial justice. Bao Zhang, known as the incorruptible official who showed no mercy, was given the black color to depict his character of uprightness and fairness. This is how art honors the qualities of this upright official. Additionally, the crescent moon on his forehead is another fictional detail. Originating from folk legends, it is believed that Bao Zhang was the Lenshu Star Lord, one of the 7 Star Lords, who descended to Earth to administer justice. The moon is likened to an eye, shedding light on the dark corners of society, where crime and injustice hide. Legends also tell that he not only judged cases in the mortal world during the day, but also judged demons in the underworld, and although merely products of imagination, these symbols have deeply engraved in it the Bao Gong as a god of justice. In the consciousness of the Chinese people, the image of Bao Gong in art, though full of color and inspiration, his real life ended in a great mystery. So what happened in the final days of this upright official? And why did his death cause so much controversy? Bao Zhang passed away on May 20, 1062, at the age of 63, at Kaifeng Prefecture, where he held the position of deputy military in the Bright Period. He held the position of deputy military, according to the history of Song Dynasty, in the 6th year of Zhao, that is, 1061. The official surnamed Bao was appointed as deputy military commissioner, a powerful position second only to the However, just 1 year later, in May, the 7th year of Zhao, Bao Zhang suddenly fell ill while working. Emperor Renzong the Song at that time, who always respected Lord Bao, sent messengers with precious medicine to. Nevertheless, on a Xinwei day, that is, May 20th, 1062, Bao Zhang did not survive, ending his life after just 13 short. The death of Lord Bao shocked the entire capital at that time. From officials to common people, all sighs echoed. From main streets to small alleys, Song Renzong personally presided at the memorial ceremony. His father's rule was restored to the position, a noble title, and was posthumously granted the title of Yu, meaning someone both filial and just. The king also dispatched the imperial guard to escort the coffin of the high-ranking official back to his hometown Hefei for burial, a rare honor bestowed upon a clean and honest official. However, the period from the onset of illness to his, which raised many suspicions, making Bao Zhang's death one of the greatest mysteries in the history of the Northern Song Dynasty. The sudden departure of Bao Jingtian caused contemporaries and later generations to pose many questions. Did he die from a sudden natural illness, or was he poisoned by enemies? The common hypothesis suggests that the precious medicine bestowed by Emperor was actually poison. This suspicion arises from the fact that he had offended many powerful nobles in the court, especially Zhang Yaozhou, the uncle of consort Zhang, who was highly favored by the emperor. Many other stories recount Emperor Renzong of Song, though respect, may have been pressured by forces within the court to take action to eliminate him to maintain political stability. Another hypothesis points the finger at the physicians. According to this, out of jealousy due to integrity and reputation, they intentionally added poison to the medicine, worsening his illness and leading to his swift death. There are even opinions that his old enemies themselves, because they were investigated and lost their secretly manipulated events to take root. However, these accusations are not supported by any specific historical evidence, and Emperor Renzong of Song As a wise ruler, he seemed to have been clearly a loyal and capable man, like Bao Zhang. Additionally, some people suspect that his death is related to the accumulation of toxin from his lifestyle habits or tonics that he had used over a long period. However, all these hypotheses remain at the level of speculation, because historical records do not provide it to clarify the true cause. It is this lack of clarity that has made Bao Zhang's death the subject of prolonged debate for centuries. Much later, to solve the mystery of the cause of Bao Zhang's death, scientists conducted an excavation of his tomb in 1970 in Hefei, Anhui Province. Experts from the Chinese Academy of Science collaborated with the Museum Institute, Anhui Province, analyzed the bones of Bao Zhang using the method of synchrotron radiation with an electron-positron collider, an advanced technology at the time. When the results showed that mercury content, iron and calcium in the bones of this individual were much higher than in modern humans, while the lead and arsenic content were lower than average. According to expert Hu Zhendong, director of the Museum Institute, Anhui Province, these results rule out the possibility of Bao Zhang being accused and exclude the possibility by arsenic, a common poison in Chinese history. Regarding the abnormally high mercury content, scientists proposed two hypotheses. First, during burial, people may have used cinnabar, a mineral containing mercury, to embalm and preserve the body. According to ancient customs, this substance seeped into the bones over time, leading to mercury accumulation. Second, Bao Zhang may have been exposed to food or medicine containing mercury over a long, causing chronic poisoning without anyone real. However, Professor Trent N.H.U. Fong, an expert in literature and history of the Bao Gong Research Association, offered a different perspective. He believes that Lord Bao did not die from poisoning, but most likely suffered from cardiovascular or a stroke. These are illnesses that can cause a healthy person to pass away within just a few days. The rapid progression of the disease aligns the symptoms of a stroke and poisoning, especially since he was 63 years old and frequently worked under great pressure. The death of Lord Bao is not only a medical mystery, but is also linked to major questions. From his tomb, when did later archaeological discoveries about this incorruptible official? And why was he so deeply hated? According to historical records from China, Lord Bao's funeral was an unusual event, not only because of the participation of F, but also due to the mysterious way it was ordered. It is known that when the coffin of the officials, they prepared as many as 21 coffins. These coffins were carried out of the city gates and buried in various locations. Among them, only one contained Lord Bao. The rest were dummy coffins. This was a security measure, but not just any security measure. This was a rare security measure, far exceeding the usual scale for an official. The use of 21 coffins was believed, and tomb raiders, a common issue in feudal Chinese society. Lord Bao, though beloved and incorruptible, had offended many powerful people throughout. These individuals and corrupt officials might not give up their intention for revenge, even after his death. By creating multiple dummy coffins, his family and the court hoped to mislead them, ensuring his body could rest in peace. This approach not only showed respect, but also shows the level of hostility he had. In 1973, the tomb of Bao Qingtian in Wu River, Daihong Village, outskirts of Hefei, Anhui Province, was excavated by Chinese archaeologists. In 1973, the tomb of Bao Qingtian in Wu River, Daihong Village, outskirts of Hefei, Anhui Province. His actual burial place differs from another tomb at Songli, Henan Province, which was merely symbolic. During the excavation, researchers found the remains of Bao Qingtian, along with a stone seal recording his life, consistent with records of the Song history. Afterwards, scientists also analyzed the remains, yielding many surprising pieces of information. Contrary to the tall, majestic image in films, Bao Qingtian was only about 1 point of average build, even shorter by modern standards. The remains of Bao Qingtian also showed signs of disturbance from ancient, indicating the tomb had been robbed. This supports the hypothesis that his old enemies sought to desecrate his body after his death. Additionally, archaeologists discovered some simple artifacts in the tomb, consistent with a frugal lifestyle he made. Another notable finding was the chemical in it. As mentioned in a previous section, high mercury content in the bones could be due to cinnabar used for embalming, a common practice at that time to preserve the body and ward off evil spirits. However, this also raises the question whether he was actually exposed to mercury, or if this was just a result of a burial process. In any case, these findings help determine the origin of the high mercury content. Bao Qingtian has provided more clues about Bao Qingtian, though not solving all the mysteries. Discoveries from Bao Gong's tomb not only reveal more about his life, but also pointed out the cause of the hostility, which originated from his upright character and his resolute actions throughout his official career. As someone who did not flatter, did not seek personal gain, Bao Qingtian always prioritized justice, regardless of who the opponent was. In his role as censor, he impeached over 30 powerful officials, from minor corrupt individuals to influential figures like Zhang Yaozhou. The case involving Zhang Yaozhou was a typical example. When Emperor Renzong of Song wanted to the maternal uncle of consort Zhang, commissioner of Xuanhui Yuan, Bao Zhang vehemently opposed it, leading to intense disputes with the emperor. As a result, Zhang was not promoted, while Bao Zhang was exiled to Hebei, serving as a transport commissioner, a form of implicit punishment, but clearly evident. Nevertheless, Bao Zhang's prestige ensured he was always protected by After 4 years in Hebei, he was recalled to serve as prefect of Kai, continuing his path of upholding justice. Throughout his career, he not only confronted officials, but sometimes even offended the emperor, such as when he straightforwardly submitted them. However, thanks to his talent and loyalty, he avoided conspiracies against him. It was only after his death that this hostility became clearly apparent. Through the vandalism of his tomb, Bao Zhang's enemies were not only officials, but could also be powerful families that he had punished. Although there is no concrete evidence that he was assassinated, the posthumous revenge shows the level of resentment he faced. This further proves that he could not avoid hostility. This further highlights his legacy. A clean official, though living in danger, left an indelible mark in history and in people's hearts. These excavations not only illuminate his life, but also reveal his famous descendants. The Bao family has produced many outstanding descendants, continuing the spirit of integrity and through historical periods. Bao Ding, the youngest son of the family, is an example of excellent succession, grown up under the dedicated teaching of relatives in the family. The youngest son of Patriarch Bao took many important responsibilities such as the palaces and bridges for the court, despite a brilliant career. When this figure passed away at age 47 while on duty, Bao Ding's integrity still left a rather profound impression. With luggage consisting only of books and by the 5th generation, Bao Kang emerged as a great figure, participating in the uprising against the weakened court. He became an important military leader, though fictionalized with magical imagery. Bao Kang was truly a person of great, leading a branch of descendants had Long Sun and Wei after migrate, moving to modern times. The two siblings Bao Nok Tu and Bao are also known for the reputation of the Bao. They are both 30th generation descendants. Bao Nok Tu is known as a successful, having built a huge maritime transport. Meanwhile, Bao Nok Kwang, nicknamed the Ship, is not only one of the world's top ship business, but also contributes greatly to education. This figure is the chairman of the mighty world. Furthermore, Bao Nok Kwang's daughter, Bao Boy Khan, is a representative example of Bao Nok. Bao Nok Tu is a person with the physique of Bao Nok Tu. First, Bao Nok Kwang was born from prestigious schools like Chicago, Puddle, McNeil, and London. Bao was proficient in many languages and inherits a business career combined with profound education and a broad mind. He has affirmed the family's position in modern society, from individuals with integrity in feudal times to those with a fighting spirit. Then Bao Nok Kwang and Bao Boy, with economic achievements and social culture. Most of the Bao family have demonstrated the enduring value of family traditions. Over nearly a millennium, they have not only preserved ancestral heritage but also expanded influence across various fields, from politics, military to business and education, bringing honor to the family internationally. From the above, we can see that Bao Gong is not only a historical figure, but also an immortal symbol of justice and integrity in Chinese culture. From a dedicated official career, a mythologized image in art, to the mysteries surrounding his death and tomb, he transcended human limits to become a legend, Although many questions remain unanswered, from the cause of death to the meaning of the 21 coffins, the legacy of Bao Qingtian still lives on, reminding us of the value of fairness and integrity in a turbulent world.